Okay. So let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in previous session. In previous session, we have just given introduction about what is cloud computing, and we have seen about the what is the how AWS, who has started the AWS, and in whatever the regions we have and whatever the services we are going to cover. All these things we have discussed in our previous session. What you will get if you are going to join this particular. This is what we have discussed in our previous session. In today's session, we are going to learn about how we can create our Azure. So we are going to learn about the first thing is how we can create Azure account. But before starting of this particular topic, if anyone have any question regarding the course, whatever we have discussed, or if you have any other question, you can please raise your hand also. If you have any question. Yes, Pratpal Singh.
Hi, Ankit. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Pratpal.
I'm from actually Kuala Lumpur. I wanted to know if let's say I'm not able to join for the day, if I assuming if I've purchased the package which is on
Okay.
the website which I've registered, so
Okay.
all the recorded session can I view back one day
Yes.
later?
Yes, you can. You have a lifetime access, no
Uh-huh.
download option. You
Okay,
have
so
a
it's
lifetime access. You can access anywhere, even from your mobile. Also, you can access by using our mobile app. If you come to our website, scroll down. Here
yep.
we have an app for our Android also, even for iOS also we have.
Okay. I have
Okay.
already registered from the web. If
Mm.
I just have to purchase the 116 course, and
Mm.
I should be able to get all the details there, correct?
Definitely, if you might be, did you join yesterday's session?
I joined yesterday, but for a while I had to come out because the timing wise was different. So
Okay, you're from a different
anyway,
country. That's
yeah,
if you see
yeah.
here the image. Are you able to see my screen, Pritpa?
Yes, yes.
So if you see there is my screen, if you pay this particular amount, what you
Hmm.
will get, this all details are mentioned.
Okay, it will be populated from my website there, correct? In my personal profile.
Yes, correct.
Okay, it
You
will
need
be
to log into our website. After login it, you
uh-huh.
need to click on dashboard. There you will get all these things.
Yes.
But yes, these things which is mentioned here and
Mm-hmm.
course completion certificate, these things you
Mm-hmm.
will get at the end of the training. On means on last day of the training. You will
Okay, the
get
40th,
on
the
daily
40th.
basis.
Uh-huh.
You will get these things: live training recordings and the training PPTs, which I have total 89 PPTs on daily
Hmm.
basis. Whatever I have PPTs I'm going to use, it is going to upload. Let's say that in yesterday's session, we have
Hmm.
used just only one PPT. So that PPT is already used. In today's session, I'm going to use three more PPTs. So all three PPTs after the session, my team is going to upload.
So once we pay, we purchase, it all will be populated for us, all the day one, day two, introduction, and so on, right? The
Correct. It is
PDF.
not going to populate as per the day wise. It is going to populate it as per the topic wise.
Topic
I'm,
wise. Okay.
I'm very strict on these things for my
Hmm.
courses,
Hmm.
that they every course whichever actually I'm teaching, this is my previous batches,
Correct.
every course is created based on the topic wise. You see that yesterday we had just given introduction. That was an introduction. So on
Hmm.
topic wise, it is going to populate, not on day wise. Yes,
Okay.
under that, if you go with the topic, you will
Hmm.
find day one. Day one.
Okay. As it goes, it will be uploaded there on the web, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Ankit. If
Thank
there's
you.
anything, I'll get back to you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, Sheikh, you can unmute.
Hello.
Yes, Sheikh.
Yeah. Hi, Ankit. Actually, myself and my friend Mohammed Shafiq, we are joining from UAE.
Mm,
Uh, by this time, we will be driving back home, so we have to join from our mobiles.
okay.
And while driving, is it possible, like, to
You need to
start
be
the session
safe.
half an hour? Yeah. If you can start by 6:30 Indian time, is it possible?
Not possible. The reason is, Sheikh, I have a batch at 8 to 9 p.m. also. So if I'm ending this session, this one, because sometime what happens, I take 10-15 minutes extra. That like in yesterday's session, we have taken 15 minutes extra. So
Okay.
I have was just only 15 minutes for the next batch. So that is why I've given a 1 hour gap. So if another batch is taking time, so I have a time for another batch also. But because I need 15-20 minutes rest
Yeah, of
also.
course. Yeah.
That is also
When will
mandatory for me.
that
So that is
8
why
o'clock?
it is argued.
Sorry to interrupt. 8 o'clock batch is the same course. Once you say?
AWS, no, it is not for Azure, it is AWS batch.
Oh, okay, fine.
Okay.
And in your website, we saw $72. Is it
If
fine
you are
if we pay in
from,
dollars?
yes, if you are from India, you are going to pay in Indian rupees. If anyone is outside of India, they are going to pay in dollars. It's by default showing you in dollars if you are outside of India.
Okay, fine. So
Okay, but
we just
one
have
more
to
thing.
pay and yeah.
One more thing. If you are outside of India, guys, you need to pay in dollars, but make sure you are going to use the card which is issued from your own country, not from the India one. So few people, what they are trying to do is they are Indians, but if they are living in other country, they try to use India card. So system is automatically going to reject them. So the payment gateway is going to reject them. Okay.
Yeah,
So
sure.
make sure you are
That
using the card which is issued from your country where you are living right.
sure.
Okay. Anything else?
Okay,
Sheikh?
thank you. Thank you, Ankit. That's it. Thanks for it.
Yes, William.
Okay, I have a question about the document that you are supposed to receive the last day of the training. Are we supposed to pay for that too, or it's already
You
included in
don't
the
need to
price?
pay any additional cost. Whatever is the image, if you are going to pay for the course, William, like you are in my, I know that you are from Azure DevOps batch. You are the one. I know that.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So whatever the amount you have paid it, you don't need to pay any additional fees for that. It is all included under that complete package.
Oh, okay, thank
There
you.
is no additional cost. Like you have paid for Azure DevOps also, in Azure DevOps also, whatever the documents and sample interview question are getting, you don't need to pay any additional for that. Just one amount you have paid, in that one you will get everything.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, Shashank, you can.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, Shashank.
Yeah, is it this batch is only for Azure or you will cover
Azure
Azure DevOps?
admin. This is
Azure
only Azure admin. The other person I was talking, the William, he's from another batch also. He's from Azure DevOps batch also.
Okay, there is a separate batch for Azure DevOps also.
Yes, correct. Batch is going on at 2 p.m., but that is near about more than 50% of batch is completed that.
Oh, okay. What about next batch when it's going to start Azure DevOps?
Next month. At time is 8 p.m. Time is fixed, but date is not fixed because right now 8 p.m. batch is going on.
Oh, okay, 8 p.m.
Okay. So when that batch is going to be then, but time is fixed at 8 p.m. But definitely this month, so not next month, sorry, it's already February. This month we are going to start.
Oh,
okay. But date is not finalized, right?
Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Sheikh, you can unmute.
I just want to ask that is there any certification of exam at the end of this course?
We are not taking any exams from our side. We are just giving you the quiz. Like if you see here in that image also it is mentioned it. We'll provide you some quiz which you can attempt by yourself just to check your knowledge. And you can attempt multiple times.
Okay.
So okay. Yes, any more questions?
Yeah, if I want to give exam, like I can give from Microsoft, right?
But is taken exam which you're talking about, that exam is taken by the Azure, not from our side. That is taken by the Azure. And you are from India, from which country?
Yeah, I'm from India.
In India, it just costs you near about 4,500 rupees.
Yeah.
Okay. If anyone is outside of, I'm not sure about all country, in US, Canada, it costs $160 US. In India, it costs you 4,500.
Okay. So that means it's just a completion of the course certificate, right?
Course completion certificate, yes, definitely you will get from us.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Shubham.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Good evening. Yes, Shubham.
Sir, actually, I'm from a non-IT background and with no coding background, right? And I'm doing this course for the first time. So, can I expect
Okay.
this job after this course completion?
Definitely, yes. This course will help you to understand all the things whichever we are going to learn in this training, and you can easily clear the interview also, because in the after completion of the training, you will get interview question. You can learn those also. Whatever we are learning, just make sure you are going to practice those things.
Okay.
So you can easily
Sir,
clear them.
sorry to interrupt, but do
Sorry to
Azure
interrupt you also, Shubham. One more important point. Make sure you don't have any doubt after the session. So
Okay.
in future also, if you have any doubt, if you're going to put any single doubt in your mind, might be that question will become your interview question. And whenever you're in the session, not just for Shubham, for all of you, if you are in the session, give your 100%. The reason why I'm giving this thing is, let's take example, you're not able to think about that particular question, but other person has think about that question. Might be that question has become your interview question. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Now you can continue questions.
Sir, is there any coding part in this?
No coding is required. Whatever the coding is required, that can be done by the developers. And as per, yes, for practice purpose, you need some coding, that whatever the coding you require, that is provided by me. Okay,
sir.
because
And,
in real time,
approximately-
those coding is done by the developers.
Developers. Okay.
Yes.
And sir, approximately what salary package I can expect after this course?
Salary package, Shubham, I'm not aware of that, because it depends. Like earlier in previous session also I've said that they depend on the experience and depend on the company.
Okay.
Okay, even if I talk about, there is a lot of companies for fresher, they are providing very less package. In some company providing good package also, even for a fresher also. This thing happen nowadays in the market. So I can't give you exact amount that how much package you can expect also. Okay, because it depends on company to company.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Praveen. Yes, Praveen, MJ, you have raised your hand. Praveen, you didn't unmute yourself. You need to unmute yourself. So ask your question.
Now, audible, right?
Yes, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Actually, I have a 5+ years of experience in storage as a storage admin. So I plan to switch to this type of a course because of I'm not interested to do the 24/7 job. So yesterday you told this is also 24/7. So any
switching jobs in IT industry, like you are the one who emailed me yesterday night.
yeah, yes, correct.
So in IT industry also we have rotational jobs. I can't say that every company have, but yes, in this also we have a rotational job. Most of them might be you'll get only the night shift. I'm working a night shift from last 10 years.
Okay.
After completion of my 8 to 9 batch, I'm going to do my office work also. I'll wake up at till morning 4 a.m. I'm in the same shift, but it depends on company to company also. It can be a rotational shift also.
Okay.
Okay. So in every industry nowadays, we have rotational shift. Even a call center also have, even service industry also have.
But developers don't have.
I'll tell you one thing here. The where I'm living in my society, electrician is available 24/7. So it means they have a multiple electricity person. Even that electrician is also needs to done 24/7 jobs they have. So I'm just giving you example here that in every industry nowadays we have 20, even a service industry or it's a technical industry, everywhere we have.
Okay. And second question, sir. So
yes,
if I plan to put this as a 3+ years of experience. So if they hire as a 3+ years of experience, the responsibility also more, right, regarding this technology.
Definitely, yes.
So can I able to do it if I complete this course? So like
100% you can do that.
Okay, means some used case and it may affect to any scenario handling purpose.
You will not get stuck because I'm saying again the same thing which I say. You just need to understand the concept. Okay, if you are able to understand the concept, you can do anything, Praveen, whichever you want to do.
Sure.
And this training main concept is you to understand those things. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, one few more questions and then we'll continue how to create this account. Yes, Mohammed, you can unmute. Mohammed Rahman, you have already unmuted yourself. Please ask your question.
Yeah, hi Ankit. Yeah, this is Mohammed Rahman. Hello.
Yes, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah, thanks, Ankit. I was having a doubt. It's like I'm not from an IT background, and it's like I have done my graduation in the stream of commerce. So I heard a lot about this course from my cousins. So they gave me suggestions and make me to join over here. So my question was that it's like I'm currently living in Saudi. I'm basically from India. So for
Okay.
visit purpose, I came here for 3 months. So I'm heading back to India around 19th of this month.
Okay.
So yeah, for this I'm attending your session. I'm attending by my phone. So may I know
Okay.
how to handle this? Yeah, it's laptop necessary because I
No, for
don't
practice
have
purpose,
electronic gadgets.
for practice purpose, you can join from the mobile, or even you can watch the videos also from your mobile by using our app, or first 3 videos we are going to upload in our YouTube, you can watch from there also. Okay.
Yeah,
But
I've got
after that, if you want to practice, for that one, it is mandated to have a laptop. But yes, said you are saying that for first only just for 17, 18 days, you are there, but after that you are in India. So in India, do you have a laptop?
Yeah.
So
I
there you
came
can
here for a visit
practice.
purpose. So, yeah, definitely. And my other question is like, I can practice from your website, right? Because I am having this kind of a doubt because I'm not from from this background. So I was having doubt yesterday. You told that
Whatever you need to done, you need to done in this website. Okay, you need to done
okay
it.
from
But
your
yes,
website. Yeah.
you need to. In some cases, you need to download some tools also in your one, because you need to connect to those portal. Okay,
Yeah.
like if there is a tool called Putty. If you see here, I have a tool called Putty. You need to download Putty also.
Yeah, Putty. Okay.
Okay. So, but to download these tools, definitely you need a laptop, because to connect
Yeah,
to our machines. Like if I talk about in
Okay.
Windows, if I need to connect a Windows machine, I need this remote desktop connection, which is by default in our Windows machine. But definitely we need this tool also.
Sure. So
Okay.
basically, yeah, because I was like,
Practice purpose, you need a laptop.
Yeah, definitely. So it won't be burden on me, right? After 19th, if I'm practicing, I can catch up, right?
Definitely, easily you can do
Because
that, or whenever you don't need to worry about Mama. Even whenever you have any question, let's example, today we are discussing the topic, and on 19th you have that, but regarding that topic, you have a question. So you can ask me then also. It doesn't mean that we have completed topic, you can't ask me the question. Because I know that I was also a student. We can't practice it on every day, because when I was learning 7 years back, I was working in a company. In daytime, I'm learning it. In nighttime, I'm doing my shift. So we are not able to sometimes practice also. Sometimes we have our family work also. No one can practice it. Everyone has his own responsibility. So whenever you're doing practice, you can ask me a question on that particular day also. Or
so it's like,
the
how
other
can I
thing is,
contact you for works?
by using email, you can
Sorry.
email me also.
Okay. Yeah. Yesterday you have shared the email on notes.
Yes. So
Yeah,
you
over
can
there I got
email
it.
me anytime. I'm sharing my email ID to all of you guys.
Yes.
Make sure whenever you're going to email me, mention your batch number.
Yeah, 116.
Okay. Like yesterday, I got one email from the Praveen. When he's emailed me, mention is just batch number in the subject or in the chat, in that message, wherever you feel comfortable, you can mention a batch number.
Sure. Thanks a lot. Ankit. And for the payment, it's like I have to use I have to use the country region card, right? Not the India one for the
Yes,
website.
correct.
That's
You are,
why you
because you are
told
not
me.
from India, you are outside of India, so you need to use
Yeah,
that
because
country.
yesterday I got declined, so I thought that it might be some server issue or a network issue.
No. It's
Sometimes
not
you
a
do.
server issue. It's a payment gateway. The payment gateway which we are using. For
Yeah,
India,
because I was
payment
using
gateway is
Indian card.
different. If for
Yeah.
India, payment gateway is different. The payment gateway which we are using for outside of India, that is different. So that's the reason it's not accepted.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Okay, so those people have raised their hand, guys. Just wait for a few more minutes. I'll come to you. Let's learn how we can create our Azure account also. First of all, whenever you want to create your Azure account, the link is given here. You need to go to this particular link. And in this link, you have a button called Start Free. You need to click on Start Free. After click on Start Free, you need to click on Create One. There is one important thing before creation of your Azure account. Let's take example here. You are going to use an email ID from Gmail or Yahoo or any other company. Make sure you are not going to use your official email IDs. In official also, nowadays, you guys are using it Microsoft email IDs also. But make sure you are not going to use your official email IDs, use your personal email IDs. Let's take example, you have Outlook, live.com, Gmail, Yahoo, whatever you have. But if you are going to use any third-party company email ID, which is not related with Microsoft, then before creation of an Azure account, first you need to create an Microsoft account. First, you need to create a Microsoft account. It is mandatory before creation of your Azure. Microsoft account is by default you have. Whenever you are logging with your system, when you are connected with your system, you have given one email ID. Because of that, automatically system has created your Microsoft account also. But yes, if you are using some other email ID which is not linked with your system, in that particular case, first you need to create a Microsoft. And then you can come here in the Azure one, and then you can. Yes, here is that link. Let me just share the link. Now, click on create. Click on create one. When you click on create one, it is asking for your email ID. So you need to enter your email ID, whatever the email ID you are using, Yahoo, Gmail, XYZ, whatever you are using. Enter your email ID and then click on. When you click on next, it is asking for your password. You can give any 6-digit password here you can give, and there is no rules we have it that we need to use one capital @ No, there is no rule set by the Azure team. We need to give here for our password. The only thing is 6-digit password we need to do. Other than that, you can use anything with some character, some number. If you want to use that, I'm requesting you to use a good password. So enter your password, then click on next. After clicking on next, they will send one verified code. The code they are going to send on your email to validate your email ID. So that particular code you need to enter here. After entering of this code, you need to click on. So here they are going to validate your email ID, the email ID which you are using. And now here you need to enter your personal details, your country, your first name, middle name, last name. Automatically system will pick your email address here, whatever you have given in the previous step. And then here you need to give your mobile number. So in the previous step, they are validating your email ID, and in this step, they are validating your mobile number. So here we have two options to validate our mobile number by using text message, OTP, or you can receive that OTP by using a call. So just check this checkbox and then you need to enter, you need to just click on the option by which option you want that OTP, by text message or. After you are going to validate those particular thing, it is asking for your address. One important point here about the address part. The address which you want to give here needs to be exact same. It needs to be exact same as per your banking information. Because after that, you need to use your card details. You need to enter your card details. Don't worry, they are not going to charge you anything. Just 2 rupees they are going to charge you for that. And that 2 rupees also you'll get a refund. But whatever the address you need to enter here, it exact same as your bank account. Let's take example. Normally, whenever you're giving your address, we are writing it like flat number 4. Like this, normally we are writing. But banking person has done, they have done some mistake. They have written it flat 4. As per us, this one is correct. But as per Azure, this one is not correct. As per Azure, this one needs to be correct. So you need to enter exact same address as your bank account. Whatever the address mentioned in your bank account, you need to mention in line 1, line 2, line 3. If they are using 3 lines, you also need to use 3 lines. If they are using only 1 line, use only 1. Then your city, state, postal code. Postal code means PIN code. So those details you need to enter your personal details. And here in India, it is asking for PAN card also, but it is optional. If you don't want to provide, you can leave that. And here we have some terms and conditions. If you want to read, you guys can read that also. Then click on. After clicking on next, here it is asking for your card details. In India, it is only supporting 2 cards, Visa and MasterCard. In India, few people might be have RuPay card also. Microsoft is not supporting RuPay. So make sure you have Visa card or MasterCard here. And whatever the debit card or credit card, whichever you're going to use here, it needs to enable with international transactions. In India, by default, international transactions are disabled. In other countries, it is not by default. In US, it is not by default disabled. But in India, it is by default disabled. So you need to enable this international transactions for this particular card details. How you can enable? You just need to contact your bank or download their mobile app or log into their internet banking. From there, you can enable. And then they're asking for a limitation, just give 10 rupees. Because for this particular transaction, they need to deduct 2 rupees, and within 3 to 5 working days, even sometimes within few hours also, few minutes also, we'll get that refund also. But still, they are saying they'll refund within 3 to 5 working days. But usually you will get even sometimes within few minutes also. So you need to enter a card holder name, card name, expiry date, and then see. If you are from India, they are not going to save your card. You just need to validate your card details. Even in India, as per RBI rules, they are not going to save your card details. Every time, whenever you, let's example, we'll get a bill. Every time, whenever I'm getting a bill, so every time I need to enter card details. And by default, they are not going to deduct any single rupee from your account. Till that time, we are not going to give a confirmation. But in other countries, it is not like that. They can automatically deduct the money also from your account because that is their country rules. In India, we have some different rules. In India, they are not going to. When you create your account, after that, when you card details, it will take 15 to 20 minutes to activate your account. After that, when your account is going to be ready, this is how when you log in, it looks like here. This is how it looks like. You need to click on subscription. When you click on subscription, you will find one subscription called free trial. If you are getting a free trial, it means you will get a credit of 14,500 Indian rupees, or you will get a credit of 200 US dollars. And what is its status? Now, if I'm going to show you my subscription, this is not a free trial subscription. This is coming under as pay as you go subscription. I'm getting, because my account is more older than these things. This is how you guys can create your Azure. And after creation of Azure account, what things you can see here? Let me show you those. We have an option called marketplace, but what we can see in marketplace? Marketplace is like an online store for us. Here we can see each and everything. So here I can search marketplace. I can search marketplace, or if I need to search any service, I can directly search that service. Every time I don't need to go to marketplace. But marketplace is a one option where I can see all the services. See on the left side, based on the category wise, I am getting it all the services whichever we have in Azure, or if we have any link with third-party companies, Azure has linked with third-party company, we can see those also. Under compute, whatever the services we have, here I can see that. It's under security, under developer tools, under networking, we'll get each and every day. Even Azure services also, even will get any third-party company linking details also we will get under marketplace. This is online store of Azure we have, where we can see each and every single details. Now, let's come to our subscription also. Here we are able to see our subscription. This is my subscription. This is my subscription ID. This is the name of my subscription. Subscription name we can change also if you want. By default, this is my subscription. Here I have a rename. This is right now. I'm just going to little bit explain of this particular diagram. In our upcoming session, you will practically understand this particular diagram when we learn about a service called Azure Active. That time practically you will understand. A little bit of explanation I'm going to do for this particular diagram. Whenever we are going to create an Azure account, by default, we are getting few things. What things we are getting by default? These things. The first thing we are getting is by default a tenant. Tenant, we are getting it. Here I can see my tenant. Tenant we can see under our service called Azure Active Directory. We have a service called Azure Active Directory. This services help us to create more users under our Azure. Here I have a primary. The primary domain which you are able to, this is actually called as tenant. And this is my tenant ID. How this tenant is going to be created? Based on my email ID which I am using, dot on Microsoft. Dot. But if you see here, I have just given something else, because we have an option where I can create my own tenant also. Because to create my own users, I'm going to use my own tenant. And there we'll see Azure Active Directory is coming on the top. Tenant is coming in the top, means Azure Active Directory is on the top. Under our Azure Active Directory, we will get a subscription also. Can a single account has multiple subscription? A single account can have multiple subscription also. We can purchase the subscription from Azure also by paying him some advance amount also. So they'll give some discount to us. So we can get those subscription also from this. And under our subscription, we can create resource group. This is very important thing. Because to create any type of resource in Azure without resource group, it is impossible. And under our resource group, we are going to create our resources. It can be virtual machine, it can be database, or it can be a virtual network also. So anything in Azure, if you want to create anything, guys, except your users, you want to create any service, it is mandatory to have a resource group. Resource group is like a container and like a folder to us. Like this is my folder, batch 111. Like consider this as a resource group. Under this, you can see here, these are my files. Azure DevOps batch 111 text file. I have a putty, I have a one PEM file. I have these files also. To me, these are my resources. And I can create any type of resource under this resource. Type means you can see here, this is virtual machine, this is database, this is virtual network. We have some other resources also, like storage account. Those things also we can create under our resource group. We'll practically see in the today's session. I'm going to show you how to create this resource group. Because to create anything, this is the first step. We need to. And these are subscription, we have discussed it. Free trial you will get where you are getting that 14,500 credit. After that, you need to upgrade to pay as you go subscription. And then we have one more subscription members offer, which I have told you where we can pay some in the advance to them and we can get some offers to them. That is called as members offers. We can get that also. But yes, in our training purpose, we don't require. Those things are required in real. Where we are getting the bills in millions and billions of dollars, or in rupees we are getting, and lakhs of rupees we are getting. That time when we need a discount from their side, we can get that from their side. This is what we have about subscription, account creation. Any question anyone have, you can please let me know. And then we will learn about how we can create our virtual machine. We are going to learn about our first service. Yes, Nayak, you can unmute.
Thanks, Ankit. I have question about the timings. Do you have any other schedule for the same training as your admin?
No, Nayak, right now I don't have any. Right now, this is the batch. Other bit, the schedules are busy right now going. One
Any
is with
future?
Azure.
Any plan for the future? We're going to start a training.
Not sure about right now.
Okay.
Right now, the plan which is needs to be started is Azure DevOps at 8 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. Other than that, right now I don't have it. If in future we have, you will get information in the WhatsApp. And might be about the same question in yesterday's session also. I think you are the one. Okay,
I
might be
didn't
said
ask
some
this.
other. Okay. But like earlier I said that in previous session also, if you are going to pay for this particular batch, okay, let's say example might be have paid, but you are not able to attend the sessions regularly. So you have an option here. You can attend this training, means in any upcoming batch also within 1 year.
Oh, okay.
From the date of the payment, if you have made the payment for this batch, if you are not able to attend within 1 year, you can attend any upcoming batch. So any one upcoming batch you can attend as per your convenient time, but you will get own recordings for the batch which you have paid for.
Okay, understood.
Recordings you will only go to get for that, but you can attend live training within 1 year.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Mustaq Ahmed. Mustaq Ahmed, you are on mute. You need to unmute yourself to ask your question.
Hello.
Mustaq, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes, you can ask your question.
I have one question regarding that fee. If I pay right now, tomorrow from I can get directly through mail. You can send recordings or else mobile.
Sorry?
If I pay amount course fees, so directly you can send to my email or else
No, you
mobile.
can access. You are talking about the recordings.
Yes, recording.
Recordings and notes you can access from our website. Okay, or you can access from our mobile app also. We are not going to send you on your emails. We are not using Google Drives.
Okay.
Okay, so we are accessing our mobile app or you are using our website.
Okay.
Okay, these are the options you have. But yes, you have a lifetime access with no download option.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Shiva, you can.
Hi, Ankit. Good evening.
Good evening.
So, yeah, I didn't understand what is mean by tenant. Tenant is a sub account within my account, or
No.
is it a main?
Tenant is like a head to us. It's like a head. Under our tenant, we are getting all these things. So whenever I want to create more users, we need to use this tenant here. Let's example, when I'm going to create a new user here. So here what I'm going to see, I'm going to see the tenant. See here. What is it? This is my tenant. So the username @ my tenant name we are getting here, whatever the name we are. It is going to define that organization. Let's take example, I talk about Tata. Tata has multiple divisions. They have Tata Sky, so the Tata Place right now. Tata Play, they have Tata Steel, they have TCS. Multiple divisions they have. Okay, so like this, we can create multiple tenants for them. But yes, to create a tenant, you need to first purchase that domain name, like google.com, facebook.com. You need to have that domain name. Okay, based on that, you can create a tenant, and with the help of tenants, we can create that particular usership. Okay.
I am confused.
Now, what's your confusion? Elaborate me.
Okay, tenant is different. User is different. Is it?
No, tenant is help us to create our users. Without tenant, we can't create our users, because to create our user, tenant is mandatory. And by default, I have one tenant because of my email ID, which I'm using right.
Okay, now I have created an account. Now I want to log in. I need to use the tenant ID and then log in, or
you need to use your user @ tenant. If you see here, I have one user here training. If I need to log into this user, I need to use this. This is my username. And what is it? Training is my username @ my tenant. I'm getting it. So if I need to log into this user, I need to give this user. This is my user. Okay, to log into this user. And whatever the password we have said, we need to give them.
Okay, if I want to log in as a root.
So that time we are not using this one. We are using username and that email ID and password. Root, this is not root user. This is IAM users. Tenant is only used for IAM user, not for root users. Root is like a head to us. Okay, like same way to create our users, tenant is a head to us. So without tenant, it is impossible to create our users.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yes, Jeevan Prasad, you can. Jeevan Prasad, you're on unmute. You need to unmute yourself to ask your question. Jeevan, I'm not able to hear you. You have already unmuted yourself. Swati, you can unmute. Swati, you can unmute yourself.
Yes. Hi, Ankit.
Hi, Swati.
Actually, I have created the Azure account and I have done the payment and also.
Then you
I
have
could
created
not-
your account.
and done the payment thing also by using my card. But I
Sorry, I'm
could not see.
asking. I'm asking when you have created your account.
Actually, I have followed your previous sessions through YouTube. From there, I have created the account. And
Swati, you didn't answer my question till now. I'm asking when you have created. Just today you have created, 2 days
no,
back,
not
1
today.
week ago.
1 month ago, I think so.
Okay, so 1 month ago you have created your account. So what's your question here? Now you
But
can
I
complete
could
your
not see
question.
I could not see the subscription.
In subscription, what you are able to see right now?
Sorry, I could not see in subscription. I could not see anything.
There is nothing is showing on here. Definitely might be something is showing on, which is might be showing you as inactive.
No, it's nothing showing there.
You can do one thing, Swati, take a screenshot and drop me an email. I'll check and I'll reply you that.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so take a screenshot and reply. Okay, if it's possible, share your login details also with me. Okay, so do you have my email ID?
Yes, I have.
So you drop me an email, but make sure we are mentioning your batch number. So I'll check and I'll reply you this.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to ask one more thing. Do you have any other Azure account before that?
No. Only like very first I have created.
Okay. Let me just check. Drop me an email. I'll check and I'll reply.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yes, Ramya.
So, Angit, regarding this tenant ID, is that like root user or? So
it is a tenant ID of our root user.
Okay, so we can use, we can create many users in the same portal, right? In the Azure portal.
Correct.
So
there is no limitation we have.
So what will be the root one? So
root is you want to log in, you need to log in using an email ID and password.
First, what we are using the mail ID for login, that will be the root, and
Correct.
remaining all tenant IDs will be the sub part
IAM
of the
users. Those are called as IAM users.
IAM users. So these all subscriptions will be the part of this tenant, right?
Subscription under they'll get that subscription also by default. Whenever we are giving the access, they'll get this subscription also.
So what
if I'm
actually
not giving
subscription does?
Billing part.
Okay.
Billing part or whatever the free quota, whichever you're getting, that is taken care by the subscription.
Okay. If we have subscription only, we can access the resources and something else what is present in Azure portal, right?
Yes. Let's example, your subscription is showing you as inactive. You can't connect to your, even you connect to your account, you're not able to access.
Okay.
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 And IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. That is the naming convention which is used to give those users. Those are called as IAM users.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Tarun, you can.
Hello.
Yes, Tarun.
So I had created my account before 6 months. Now I am not eligible for free subscription. How can I upgrade?
You can upgrade to pay as you go, because in pay as you go also you have some free quota which we have discussed in our previous session. Few services are for lifetime free, few services are for 12 months free. Even you have that quota also.
No chance of deduction of money.
They're not going to deduct automatically deduction, but if you get a bill, you need to pay manually. They're not automatically going to deduct.
It's also free trial.
In free quota also you will get those details. If you remember in previous session, we have seen it that virtual machine we are getting free or other services also. So you have that all details there. Okay. If you check the day one PPT, you will get in that link, you will get all services.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So those have raised their hand, guys, just wait for a few more minutes. Let's start our topic where we are going to discuss about virtual machine. Now, what is virtual machine? Virtual machine is like a computer to us. Is like a computer. We are going to create this computer virtually in our Azure infrastructure. That is called as virtual machine. Like there normally, whenever I want to purchase a laptop or a computer, what we are saying, we are getting CPU, RAM, hard disk, we are installing operating system. These 4 things are required minimum. Without these 4 things, we are not able to go with anywhere. We can't go with the laptop. We can't use our laptop without these 4 things: CPU, RAM, hard disk, and operating system. Same way, if I want to create any virtual machine, a computer which is running on Azure infrastructure, I need these 4 things here also. It's mandatory. See here. Virtual machine. It means the computer we are going to create virtually on Azure infrastructure, that is called as virtual machine. And it is supporting it, these type of operating system. Oracle, Linux, Windows, definitely supporting Windows, Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS, Debian. These are the types of operating system it is supported. Now, to create our virtual machine, first of all, we need to log into our Azure account. We have already logged into our Azure. After logging to our Azure account, we need to go to virtual machine. Are we able to see anywhere virtual machine? Yes, I am able to see. Why actually I'm able to see it? Because it is recently used. But might be in your recently used, it is not showing you. So you guys can search here virtual machines. Here I'm. Click on create Azure virtual. Now you can see here, first thing they have selected by default a subscription, the subscription which I have. They're automatically taking the subscription. But what is the next thing? We need to select a resource. Did we create a resource group? We didn't create a resource. So we need to first create a resource group before creation of virtual machine. So search resource group. Complete. See here, definition. Resource group is a container that holds related resources for an Azure solution. In this one, it is supporting it. All type of resources, whichever we have in Azure, we are going to create under this particular resource. Some important points about resource. Resources can only exist in our resource group. Resource group cannot be renamed. Groups can have resources of many different types. Type means services. Which services? A virtual machine, virtual network, storage account, virtual network, database, different type of services we can create under our resource group. So it's like a group, it's like a folder to us. Under that folder, I'm putting it multiple types of files. I'm putting JPG image also, I'm putting PNG image, I'm putting PDF also, I'm putting Word file, I'm putting Excel file, I'm putting text files, all type of files I'm putting. I can put in my single folder. Same way, in a resource group, I can create multiple types of resource services also. One important point, and that can be an interview question also. Groups can have resources from many different regions also. Now, what is the meaning of it? Let's take example. I have created this resource group in any of this region. What is this? These are the regions. We have the list of regions. We are getting it from Azure. So I can create the resource group in any other region, and my resource is in another region also I can. It is also possible. But yes, this is not a recommended option. This is not a recommended option, but yes, it is possible. Because the why it is not recommended, because with the help of this option, might be will face some latency issues. Performance issues we will find here. Can be possible if our resource group is in another region and our resource is in another. So first of all, I'm creating a resource group. Give the resource group name. Let me give the group name as group-116. And there I need to select a region. In which particular region I need to create? I'm searching here as Central India. When you do practice, just you can select any one of the region, whichever you want to. You can select. Click on Review Plus. Validation passed. It means whatever we have given the entries, those are validated details. And now I can click on. So our resource group is ready under that particular subscription. Yeah. Now I'm going to create a. Click on virtual machine. Create virtual machine. Select a resource group. Now, are we able to see a resource group? Yes. Now, I didn't select resource group till now. By default, you can see here which region is selected here. UK West. I'm going to select a resource group. By default, system has changed the region here because it is speaking as same as the resource group region. Now I'm going to again explain that fourth point. Resource group I have created in Central India, but this virtual machine I need to create in some other region. Let's say example in East Asia. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. We can do this also, but this thing is not a recommended option because sometimes we'll find some performance issues with this. And even our practice purpose, I'm not going to follow, but this is possible. So they might be, they can ask you the same thing in the interview. Give the name of the virtual machine. Here is the name. I am giving the name as VM-116. Region. Now here we are only selecting those details which are mandatory. Wherever you find the star, these are the mandatory things only. Other than that, I am not selecting anything right now. We'll discuss later in our upcoming session. So we have given the name, region is selected. Now here I need to select image. Image is mandatory. What is this image? If you remember, just now we have discussed it. To create any virtual machine or to create any laptop, we need these four things: CPU, RAM, hard disk, operating system. This in Azure, operating system is called as image. In Azure, in operating system is called as image. So by default, which operating system they have selected? Ubuntu Server 20.04 version. But which one we are creating? We are creating Windows. So it means I need to select the operating system. Which one? The Windows one. So here I'm getting, in recently used, I'm getting Windows Server 2019 data center. If you scroll down here also you will get 2020, 2019, 16. You can select. I'm going with 1000. Now. So we have selected operating system. This is done. Now I need to select CPU, RAM also. Let's take example. My requirement is I need one CPU and 1 GB of RAM. This is my basic requirement. I need. So this is my basic requirement. So it means first I need to do is I need to select a size here. We need to select the sizes as per given by the Azure to us. And which size I'm going to select? I'm going to select B1S. In previous session, we have seen it. For virtual machine, we are getting 750 hours, but B1S is also mentioned. So someone has asked me, what is B1S? B1S is the type of machine, means the size. Let me show you that again. So might be you guys remember. Here, virtual machine Linux, 750 hours. What is the type? B1S. We are good. So the reason is why I'm selecting B1S, because B1S is coming under the no for 12 months. So here I'm selecting B1S. But we have a lot of sizes also. Are in real time also, are we going to use this B1S? No. In real time, we are selecting the size as per our client requirement. And in this size, the B1S which I'm getting I'm getting 1 CPU and 1 GPU. With 1 CPU and 1 GB of RAM, they are giving some 4 GB hard disk also to us. But this is only a temporary storage. In this temporary storage, we are not storing any. In this 4 GB one, we are not going to share. I'm going to show you that also. There is a notepad file you will see. In that clearly it is mentioned, don't store your data. Because this is just a temporary storage. We are getting it from. So make sure when you do practice, you can select the size as B1. But if you want to select any other, we have another also. These are the one. 8 GB of 8 CPU, 64 GB of RAM also we can select. So for your practice purpose, you guys can select B1S. Done. Next is we need to give our username and password. Let's say I'm giving username as Azure user. I'm noting down my user. And there I need to give the password. I'm not showing my password right now. And for password, you need to follow some rules. One lowercase, one uppercase, number of special character. From these four, three things needs to be used. I have given my password. So we have given CPU, RAM, and operating system. Scroll down. And to connect our machine, we have given username and password also. Here we have something like called inbound ports RD. To connect our Windows virtual machine, it is mandatory to enable RDP port. RDP stands for remote desktop. It is mandatory to have RDP port enabled, and by default it is enabled. I don't need to do anything manual. You can see here RDP port is by default enabled. And anyone knows the port number for RDP, you can confirm in the chat box. If anyone knows the port number for RDP, please confirm in the chat box. RDP port number is 338. This port number is mandatory to enable, and by default, this is enable. Here, I don't need to do anything right now, just by default. Same way for Linux also, we have some port number, which we'll discuss in our upcoming session. But here, RDP port number is enabled. You can see here in bracket 338. We have some more port also. Regarding those, we'll discuss in our upcoming session. RDP port is enabled. Click on next disk. Here we are getting the disk. Are we able to see this disk size? Here actually in disk, we are checking that how much hard disk we are getting. But it is not showing anywhere that how much by default we are getting, because by default also we are getting it from Azure. So we are getting it by default from Azure also. How much we are not able to see. Where we can see, we'll discuss. Is mentioned here. For Windows, RDP port needs to enable. For Linux, SSH port. So here we have multiple tabs here. Disk, networking, management, monitoring, advanced, tags. I don't need to do anything on these tabs. In our upcoming session, we need to done, because this is just a first thing we are learning. So I'm not going to teach you everything on this today's session, because there are other things also. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on next. Or I can directly click on review plus create. So when I click on review plus create, it is start validating it, and we are getting messages validation passed. And then click on. So we have created our Windows virtual machine. We have given CPU, we have given RAM, we have given hard disk, we have given operating system. Because to create any machine, these four things are. But to connect this Windows machine, we need one more thing called RDP port also needs to be enabled. That is 3389 port number needs to be. As creating our virtual machine is our work is completed. Our work is not yet completed. What we need to done? We need to connect to this machine also. And to connect to this machine, in your Windows machine, by default, you have one tool called remote desktop connection. You can search here, RE, here you are. Remote desktop. Getting by default. With the help of this remote desktop connection, we can connect to this particular Windows. How we can connect? Well, let me see that, because right now system is still creating our virtual machine. It is not just creating our virtual machine. With virtual machine, it is creating some more things also. But other thing it is creating will slowly are going to understand all. Now click on go to resource. Now to connect our Windows machine, I need to copy the public IP address. Public IP address means from the public IP address, I can connect to this machine. And here I can see. And here I'm getting the public IP address. And this is IP address by default system is assigning to. Just copy the public IP. Open remote desktop. Paste your public IP. Please see this very carefully. Open remote desktop, in the computer option, paste your public IP. Click on show options. Enter your username. Your user. Connect. Click on connect. Enter your password, the password which we have set. I'm entering my password. Click on yes. You can see here, I am able to connect to our Windows virtual machine with the help of remote desktop connection. We are able to connect. So I'll show you that just gets completely load. Then I'm going to show you some more things. That still in process. Click on yes. Let me go to this PC. And here I'm getting 126. It's not actually 126 GB, it's 127 GB. Here it is showing us 126. This is Windows C drive I'm getting. And here I'm getting the temporary storage, the 4 GB one, which I've told you we will get. Here I'm getting that 4 GB. Additional hard disk. And in this one, I told you we'll get one notepad file. Here is that notepad. If I open this one, please read this carefully. And see the name of that file, data loss warning readme. So in this 4 GB, this is just a temporary storage we are getting. In this one, we are not going to store any data. This is how we are creating our virtual machines. And even I can see here also, I have a disk size. Disk, if I click here also I can see that disk. Taking some time to get load. 127. Size, the B1S which I have selected. Here I can see overview. Size here also I can see. Operating system, Windows Phone we are able to see. Under which subscription we are able to see. Location, under which resource group we are able to see all the details. This is how we are creating our Windows virtual machine, and we are connecting our virtual machine also. And whenever we are creating Windows virtual machine, by default they are giving the hard disk size as 127 GB for Windows based operating system. For Linux based how much they are giving, that we'll see in our tomorrow session, when we are going to learn about how we can create a Linux based operating system in our tomorrow session. That's the first thing which we are going to discuss in our tomorrow session, is how we can create a Linux. This is what we have for the today's topic. Let's have quick questions and then we'll end our session. Any question anyone have? You can please say yes. Yes, Mamta, you can unmute.
Yeah, hi, Ankit.
Hey.
Hello.
Yes, Mamta, I'm able to hear you. Can ask your question.
Yeah, actually, it's a general question, Ankit. Actually, I'm working on integration tool, Dell Boomi. So I'm trying to learn the Azure DevOps. So can you suggest me like this Azure admin will helpful for the Azure DevOps? Do we need to learn Azure, Azure DevOps, or
directly if you go for Azure DevOps, you can go, but yes, little bit somewhere you will going to be lack in that one. Okay, because in some cases we need a virtual machine. Right now I've shown you virtual machine, but what is actually other things we have in virtual machine? Just creating a virtual machine not okay. To create a virtual machine, we need some other things also, like virtual network, we need IP addresses. In some cases, we need private machine. Lot of other things also we require. Those things you're not going to understand in DevOps part. Okay. So If you see here, even if I talk about the Azure's path also, this is Azure path.
Okay.
This is the one. This is what we are learning right now, AZ104. After that, what is the next step? Then after that, you can go with DevOps. It will be easy for you to understand few more things. If you're going with the Azure DevOps.
Okay. And for Azure DevOps, do we need to know the AWS cloud also, or no?
No,
need?
why you need it for Azure DevOps? You need AWS. You don't need.
Okay, directly we can learn the Azure DevOps.
Azure DevOps, you need Azure knowledge, not AWS knowledge.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Ankit. Thank you.
Yes.
And one more thing, Ankit.
Yes.
You told us that if we pay for this course and if you are not able to attend the course, you said that we can join the next classes in 1 year, right?
Yes, correct.
Suppose if we are not able to join for this course and we are not attended the classes, and in next batch, if suppose if I started with the Azure DevOps instead of this Azure admin,
so you can only join those courses for which you are going to pay. If you are paying for Azure admin, you can join Azure admin. You can't join Azure DevOps. If you pay for Azure DevOps, then you can join Azure DevOps. You only join that particular batch for which you have paid it, not for any other batch.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Thank you, Ankit.
Yes, Rao, you can unmute.
Hi, Ankit.
Hi.
For some reason, I have not attended last year batch. I have joined actually on May 2022.
Okay.
So can I continue this session?
Yes, it's in 1 year. Now, like earlier, I said just for her also, it's in 1 year. Within 1 year, you can join it. But if you are from that, what you need to do is you need to drop an email to our support team with your payment screenshot. Okay.
I already
I'm sharing.
emailed her.
Okay. So email with the payment screenshot, drop an email. So whenever they are going to see, they'll definitely reply you on those things, whichever the details they require. And whenever I'm going to change the link, they'll email you the link also.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Ankit. Yeah.
Yes, Shenda, you can unmute.
Yeah. So when we need to pay payment for the continue this course? How many days?
Before Monday session, we are going to change the link. So you can make the payment before Monday, whenever you feel comfortable.
And one more question is that I'm working in night shift currently. So can I practice in office laptop?
Sorry, can you repeat your question again?
Currently I'm working in night shift in organization. So can I practice it on office laptop?
If they didn't restrict you, you can. If they have restricted you, also might be not able to do that.
I am the only IT person here. That's the reason I have all access. So
if you have full access, yes, definitely yes. If you don't have any restrictions, you can go for it.
Yeah. Because we are working on Azure. So in other browser, I can manage, right?
Definitely yes, you can practice if there is no restrictions for you.
Yeah. So for that, if I create free account, it will not affect on company.
No. But make sure you're not going to use your official email IDs.
No, I will not.
Use your personal email IDs and make sure whenever you're going to practice on the private window.
Yes. I will.
Okay. Use on the private window practice. Even if you see here, I am also logged in with private window right now. Or Chrome also, because my login email ID is different here and the email ID which I'm using, that is different. That's the reason.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, Shiva, you can unmute.
Hi, Ankit. Good evening again. I have a few questions, Ankit. In your PPT, you had mentioned like resource group can't be renamed.
Yes, correct.
So can be deleted?
If you delete your resource group, let's say if I delete resource group, under my resource group, whatever the resources I have, all are going to be deleted. If you see here, under my resource group, how many resources I have? 6. All are going to be deleted. And make sure after practice, you are going to delete the resource group. Because if you delete your resource group, all things are also going to.
Okay. Okay. We have created only the resource of VM Windows Server.
We
but
have
what are the
only created virtual machine, but with virtual machine, we'll get virtual network, we get IP address, we get NSG. That is what I'm saying earlier. Just creating one virtual machine is not the thing. With virtual machine, there are some other things also system is going to be created.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
those also we need to understand. Okay, in our
Okay.
upcoming session, we learn about virtual network, we learn about NSG part also. Okay.
Okay. And one more question. You mentioned like resource group contains the resources of multiple regions, right?
Yes, correct.
Suppose take an example, virtual machine is a one service. Okay, I want to add that of virtual machine from the different regions of the same service.
You can add that
Is that
also.
possible?
Yes, it is
Okay,
possible.
Okay.
It is possible.
That is possible.
Yes.
Okay, virtual machine is a service of different regions. I can add same service.
That is also possible. Yes, correct.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions?
And one more question. I didn't remember exactly. Okay, I will.
Any more questions?
Yeah. When I come, I will raise my hand and then I will ask you.
Okay.
I forgot
Yes,
one more question.
Yes, Pani Kumar, you can unmute.
Yeah, hi Ankit.
Hi.
I have doubt about this one. You logged in with subscription mail, right? VM through VM RDP. So if suppose there are multiple users want to use the same VM.
So we'll create users for them.
Under one subscription only. Under this subscription only, we need to create the users.
You're talking about Azure account or you're talking about a virtual machine?
Virtual machine users.
If you want virtual machine, we can create virtual machine users.
Okay, where we need to create that one?
I don't know how to create for Windows machine. I know how to create for Linux machine. And that is a part of our course content we'll learn in our upcoming session.
Okay. In future classes, we need to understand, right?
We'll learn that one, but we learn for the Linux part.
Okay, fine. No issues. Okay.
But there are two options. We'll go with two options. We have two options. We can create our virtual machine. We'll learn about both the options.
Okay. If suppose there is one project, okay, in my organization, I want to implement Azure. So for that project, so each project have only one subscription.
No, it can be have multiple subscription also. No? Like earlier I said that we can have. Usually we have one subscription, but if client want multiple, it is also possible. Okay, they can have multiple subscriptions also. Okay. It's not mandatory, they have only one subscription.
Okay, if there are multiple subscriptions, then obviously there are multiple resource groups, there are multiple VMs are also there, right?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, so it's similar to kind of environment we can consider.
Yeah, you can.
IT like dev environment, ST environment like that.
Yes, we can consider that also, but usually we have single subscription, you will see it here. But if client want, they can have multiple subscriptions also.
Yeah, okay, clear. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Shubham, you can unmute.
So how can we get these PPTs?
PPTs we are uploading in our websites. We are only getting there. Only to paid students we are sharing the PPTs. The first three recordings we are going to upload in our YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so after only after payment we will be able to see the PDFs or PPTs.
Yes, PDFs we are getting in the form of PDFs, not in the form of PPTs. I am using PPTs, but you will get in the form of PDF.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Pratpal.
Hi, Ankit, I just want to check with you. For whatever we are doing as an administrator, right? This is where we actually manage, and this from this portal is where everything that we do, and then we represent it to the client for them to log in either to the Linux or the Windows host, correct? Via
Correct.
internet.
Correct.
So there's nowhere else that we need to go and do it. And what about, let's
No,
say,
we can even manage these resources by using command prompt also.
Okay.
I can manage by using command prompt also. I can manage by using PowerShell also. We have multiple options. I can manage these resources. Okay, we learn about those also, how to go manage with PowerShell, even how we can create our resources. We have a separate commands given by the Azure to us.
Okay, but this is a GUI base, which is straightforward and pretty looking easy. But
This one is very easy, but we have multiple options.
Okay.
We can manage by using those also. It's up to you how you want to manage.
Okay.
Okay, but we'll see those options also, because might be you'll get some task you need to complete based on that. So you are aware of that, how to manage the task with PowerShell or with CLI, how you can do that. Okay.
Okay. So when we represent this to the client, for example, this kind of operating system, is this what they need? Or let's say, what about application as a service? How will that work? Like SaaS?
The applications they are going to, software they are going to create under this virtual machines.
Okay.
Developers, what we are doing it, we are creating these resources. Under these resources, who is going to work? Developer is going to work.
Okay, so they will install all the applications related to whatever clients need, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, because I'm more on the Windows part, not on the Linux side, so that's why I was just asking.
No, it's a Windows or a Linux. Both are the same thing. In the end, who is going to work on these virtual machines? A developer is going to work, because in the end, they need to create an application. We are not the one who is going to create an application. We are the one who is going to manage these resources.
Managed from this portal, that's add, remove, or add users, or add CPUs, or extra things like that.
Correct. Whenever they want, we can increase CPU also. We can downgrade CPU. We can increase hard disk. Whenever they want, we can do that.
What about updates on Windows or anything? Who does that? Windows updates.
Which updates you're talking about? That's like, let's example that whenever I'm using that particular thing, how to update that virtual machines.
Yeah, security updates for Windows OS and things like that.
Majorly, we are not using Windows operating system in Linux, or we are in cloud platform, we are using Linux, and that we can do that with the help of Linux commands.
Okay.
Just very small command we have with the help of this one, system is automatically going to update our repository. That is called as a repository here. Okay.
So we'll not look at any vCenters over here, nothing like that. It's managed backend in the data centers, correct?
No, we don't need to worry about those things. That is completely on-premises things.
Okay, which is on-premises meaning Microsoft.
On-premises means on-premises means the servers which we have in our own offices. That is called as on-premises.
Okay.
But here we are working on cloud platform, so most of the things we don't need to worry about those things.
So mostly it's just a virtual file platform, which is basically right
managing by this portal
from the portal and or cloud ways.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, Sheikh Osama, you can unmute.
Actually, I want to ask that in a resource group, we can create multiple resources, right?
Yes, you are correct.
Before a resource group, we actually need to do subscription. Is under the management, it comes a subscription, or a subscription managements are same?
No, subscription is coming under Azure Active Directory, are coming under our tenant ID, which I am getting it. So it is coming under Azure Active Directory. But if you see in portal, you will see different. But as per the sequence, which the diagram which I have shown, if you remember in previous one just now, few minutes back. So first, our tenant, that Azure Active Directory service coming, and then our subscriptions. So it is coming under our subscription.
Okay.
Azure Active Directory.
Yeah. Okay. Resources means like a users or.
No, not users. You can't consider users as resources. Virtual machines, IP address, virtual network, storage account. These things are called as
Resources. Okay.
Okay.
Can we have in one resource group multiple subscription? Or
no, one resource group can only assign with one subscription. If you want to change, you can change that also. You want to move these resources from one subscription to another subscription, it is possible you can do that. Even you can move your resources from one resource group to another resource group also. How to all those things we'll see in upcoming session.
Okay, if some I have created a resource group in another region and I'm creating resources from another region. Can we share the data resource to resource to other resource?
You want to move now? You're talking about those things.
Yeah.
How can I move it? It is possible. We'll see it practical in upcoming session.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
yes, Shiva, you can.
Yeah, Ankit. I
Yes.
have one question. Like a resource group can contain another resource group is part of it?
No. That is not possible. That is called as nested. Nested things are not possible.
Yeah, nested things are not possible. Okay.
No, not possible.
And one more thing, you have created a Windows server and then you are using the Windows operating system. So you have directly used the RDP MSDSC remote desktop connection.
Yes.
But the people whoever using the Mac OS and all,
you can download remote desktop connection. There are some tool you will find from your store, or even if you have third party. I'm not sure you can download third party, but in that app store, whichever you have in your Mac, there you can download that one. With the help of this one, you can. I don't exactly remember the name right now, but if you just search on Google for Mac remote desktop connection, you will get that.
Okay. And a resource group is like a namespace or something like that, or
no, it's like a container.
Okay.
It's like a container, or you can call it like a folder to us. Okay.
Once again,
it's like a folder to us. Folder. Directory. Okay. Under our directory, we are putting in different types of files. Same way under our resource group, you can put multiple types of resources. Like even you can see here, right now, I have 6 types of resources right now. I'm good.
Okay. And previously somebody had asked a question like resources we have created under the one subscription. Can it will talk with another resources?
We can move. We can move. If you want to move, we can move that also. One resource group to another means one subscription to a subscription. If I want to move, I can move that. It is possible.
Okay, and not moving part, I am creating, suppose take an example, one service in the one subscription. Suppose take an example, subscription 1 has one virtual machine, Linux virtual machine, and then I have installed one Tomcat. So this Tomcat will communicate with another subscription to, there is another resource.
You can communicate, but for this one, you need to communicate virtual networks. That is called as VNet peering. If you are using different subscriptions, it means you need to create different virtual networks. It means you need to connect virtual networks with each other. That is called as VNet peering. That is only possible with VNet peering.
Okay.
And how to do that VNet peering we'll see in upcoming.
Okay. And one more question. It's like a subscription is it's a kind of a VPC in AWS.
Sorry.
It's a subscription. Whatever.
No, subscription you can't. No. VPC. You're talking about VPC is called as virtual network in Azure. In AWS, we don't have anything concept like subscription. In AWS, we don't have anything concept like subscription. We don't have. Okay, so which you're talking about virtual private cloud, in Azure, it is called as virtual network.
Okay.
Okay,
thank you.
Okay, now what I'm going to show you here is after our practice, I want to delete all those things. Whatever the resources I have created, I want to delete all those things. So should I delete all these things one by one? It quite take a lot of time. So what we can do is I can directly delete this resource group. How can I delete this resource group? Click on delete resource group. Copy the name of your resource group and then enter the name of your resource. And then click on. So under this resource group, whatever the resources you have, all are going to be deleted. And make sure till the time everything is not going to be deleted, you are not going to close your browser. Here in the top, you will get notification also that that resource group is deleted. Till that time you're not getting, please don't close your browsers. Now, whenever we are creating a virtual machine, we are getting it one more resource group. Network watcher. What is this network watcher? Those things we'll discuss in upcoming session when we'll come to the service, but delete this resource group. So copy the name, enter the name, click on it. System will delete our both the resource group after few. And under this resource group, whatever the resources we have, system is going to delete all our. Okay. Yes, Shiva Prasad, you can.
Hi, Ankit. What is the power cell?
We'll discuss those things in upcoming session when we'll come to those topics. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Anyone have any more questions? You can please raise your hand or we can end our session. Yes, Prashant.
Hi, Mr. Ankit. Actually, I just want to ask, like, when you create a virtual machines in this, like Azure, like, so you have created the Windows server operating system, right? Yeah. So that means, like, actually, in the normal virtualization and VMware, it will take time to install the operating system in the virtual machines. So whereas here you just create it and then you can you connect it to the from the desktop, right? So does it take any time or it will...
No, just take near about 2 to 3 minutes just to load it. It create on the spot, just within a minute it will create. Okay, but it takes little bit of time to load it. So I can say maximum 2 to 3 minutes, not more than.
Oh, okay.
To completely load our virtual. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So
Windows
not
1
like
take time. Windows 1 take time. Even Linux 1 is taking even not take 2 to 3 minutes. It just take near about 1 minute. The Linux 1. Linux 1 is much more faster than a Windows.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yes, Shashank, you can unmute.
Yeah, if we haven't delete these resource groups, if we keep it like that, it will be chargeable after some time.
First 30 days, first 30